For any a T4, yeah, Bema Obibia Aquaba Shonkoso Eddie Abba a Ghana politics avenue. So, Busum Fukuru, about politics there, a T4, Moa, Munim, Ghana politics avenue, the end so form, and a chinirium near the Bremo. And there you call a political highway, so no, a semi bray, and I saw Aquatina, but before I measure as you know. Like Jumedi no shema unuanom namfofo obusuafo obia enso nsa intimi enka Jumedi a ye di bi one money tree a political trending news a trudo na ye de ebremo ena de they are so akotene de ebopisa na de unti bi da so na ye de ebrewo ya nim kales LGBTQ I nim say gay and lesbian in sense mo about parliament ya eco raise concerns bebrebe you know and then kwesi Pratt ene adumako aba be pansam omo trim achemu bi say afenoma kens mo sorry omo ha John Dramani Mahama but on pass bill no omo sign ade no sisi ano on them said they are trying to force the president elect no to do the impossible so adenti na omo yesa na omo penso no omo ansan omo enso kujina campaign baako aseka say LGBTQ no omo ansan and amo lose 2020 for elections. Now, not just say the Nyoma Ekeka Konede, they know say they are trying to force the president to do the impossible. Ebusiafo, me pese meje mombra boso no momo yonko ni nkotie ensem a ekoso or the obibia ase.
I would have thought that you would rather build your party as something different from the NDC. You understand? But that is not what is happening. In any case, and Moro, please bear me out. My position on this matter from day one, and Collins, I'm sure you bear me out, has been that, look, what two people do in their bedroom is not my business. I've always said that. It's not my business. In fact, I've said that if you go and place a hidden camera in the bedrooms of men and women who are married, what you would see, my goodness, you can handle. Okay? So that's not my business. My focus has always been on what to do in order to promote the ends of development. And I've been very consistent on this matter. Okay. Now, my worry is that I don't want my grandchild to go to school and be taught some of the things which were proposed to be taught in the schools. I don't even want to repeat them. I don't want that.
Yeah.
So I have an objection to imposing a certain romantic sexual order on children. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But why? Don't do it in my face. Don't do it in anybody's face. I mean, whatever you want, it's up to you. You understand? So that has been my stand. Now, what are the facts? As we speak now, there is no bill before the president for his signature.
That's true.
All right?
That's true.
There's no bill before the president.
Could a bill expire with the previous parliament?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do you call the president to sign a bill? What bill? There's no bill.
It doesn't exist.
He cannot sign a bill which does not exist.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's strange. Some of these demands are strange. Now, interestingly, the NPP is in parliament. And the NPP can initiate the process now. Why is it not initiating the process now?
We have. The MPP is part of the bill, the private members bill.
New one.
Yes. Members of parliament from the MPP.
So move it in parliament.
We
Why are you
moved
holding
it.
press conferences?
I'm telling you, it appeared on the order paper as far back as before even Christmas. It was taken off.
Who took it off?
Leadership, it was taken off.
Leadership.
In fact, the
leadership.
majority, you are aware, the majority leader came on the floor and said that there was an administrative error when there was none. I'm telling the Ankwesi, if the president wants to go to...
So is that not where you should be tackling this problem? If you are so committed to passing a bill which makes homosexuality illegal,
Ankwesi,
is that not where you should be fighting then? Are you holding press conferences to call the president to sign non-existent bills?
We are holding press conference to even push the speaker to make this a priority on the floor.
No problem.
Yes, to make it
But
a priority on
when
the
you hold
floor.
a press conference and you call on the president to sign a bill which does not exist, what
A
are you
private
telling me?
members bill was brought to parliament.
Has it been passed?
A private members bill was brought to parliament by the majority leader and the majority chief whip
Yeah.
to take out the OSP. The president directed that bill to be dropped. That's how powerful the president is. If he wants it done, it will be done. It is just not a priority, and he has said it.
Collins,
I'm telling you.
please don't surprise me.
No, because I'm not surprising you.
Now let me make.
I'm not surprising you at all.
Please, now let me make the point. One of the cardinal principles of this democratic experiment we are engaged in is the principle of separation of powers. When members of parliament invite the president to interfere in their work, I have a problem. Because it completely undermines that principle, which we claim to be upholding.
Now, President should have had a problem when the president requested for the private members bill on the OSP.
And who said I didn't have a problem?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Who said I didn't
okay,
have a
okay,
problem?
okay, that's fine.
You understand?
That's fine.
So
That's fine.
when you have a situation now
That's fine.
where members of parliament who are supposed to protect their independence,
Right.
who are supposed to respect the principle of the separation of powers and so on, are now inviting the president to lead them in their work, to tell them what to do, then there's a huge problem.
Right.
You understand? And I think we should avoid that kind of situation. For those of you who feel that today, in Ghana today, what is most important is an LGBTQ bill. Push it. It is your democratic right. Push it to the final conclusion. You know, insist on the majority leader explaining what he meant by administrative error. If it's not correct, challenge him using all the processes. Fight it. It's your right. You understand? But if you take a posture that everything we didn't do for which the NDC criticized us, and for which we think they got votes to form the government and so on, we would now do, then it seems to me that we are in a stampede to become the new NDC. And that is not, it's not an excellent position to be in.
We don't want to be NDC. We are citizens of Ghana.
Sure.
We are citizens.
Sure.
We have the right to request a certain president to fulfill promises he made as part of their manifesto. I don't think it's
Promises
wrong.
that you disagree with,
Kwesi,
to all intents and purposes.
No, Kwesi,
So why
we
don't
have
you take
every
the
right
position?
as
Master,
citizens?
Master, you have every
We have every
right.
right as citizens.
No problem.
Yes.
You have every.
Yes.
What would it sound like if you came and said, "Oh, we were right"? When our president refused to sign the bill, he was right. Now the NDC has seen the light, so we actually praise the NDC for recognizing its mistake and so on. That's a different language. That's a different line. It's a different line from coming to say that, "Oh, we didn't sign the bill. We were wrong. The NDC was right. Let the NDC fulfill the promises it made." These are two different statements, two different contexts. Now you have elected to become the new NDC. Oh, we were wrong. NDC was right. So let NDC do what they thought was right in opposition. That's the position you have taken.
Well, we see.
These are two different
I
positions.
get that. But
Yes.
there's a more fundamental issue.
Yes.
Why the change in posture? Why?
When you see,
No, I'm not asking you as a spokesperson for any party, but I'm just asking that if somebody wants to ask, if somebody is asking this question, which is, why has the NDC slowed down?
Legitimate question.
The NDC was in a hurry
Master, do
for something to
you know
happen.
something?
All of a sudden, it's dragging his feet. What has changed?
That's a legitimate question.
Yes.
That's a legitimate question. You're sitting here. I can remember what Sam George and others did in Parliament.
Yeah.
I can remember the coalitions they built. I can remember the threats which were issued.
Yeah.
Demonstrations.
And the demonstrations. I remember all of that. You know, so I'll be very hypocritical if I pretend not to know
All right.
what was done with this whole fight about LGBT. I know it. I know what was done. Now, today, I think it is legitimate for any citizen to ask why they are not seeing that same level of vim, energy, and so on. It's a legitimate question to ask, okay? And I have no problems with raising those legitimate questions. What I'm saying is that here is the new patriotic party, which, when in power, did not sign the bill. Okay? For whatever reason, did not sign the bill. NDC promised that when they come to power, they will push the bill through, they will sign it. It will become law. Now the NPP comes and says, oh, we lost elections because we didn't sign the bill. Okay. Now, NDC, you are also not signing the bill. Why are you not signing the bill? When it's a good thing to sign the bill. So sign the bill. That's my problem.
So that's
when did the NPP realize it was a good thing to do?
Exactly. When? So then you begin to sense an element of political opportunism.
But I'm question. So
Political opportunism.
So NDC didn't use this as politics. They themselves.
Were you happy with it? Were you happy?
If you say we are being political opportunists,
Master, were you happy?
with it? You are saying we are being political opportunists.
Master, were you happy?
Today, my brother Sam John is quiet.
Master,
In fact, Sam John was at the meeting when the president said it was not a priority.
No, Sam John said he has done his part.
Which is
this tweet.
Which is
It's so Charlie, he's done his part. He's tired.
Oh, tired already.
He said that we said they should also continue.
He cannot be tired.
Oh, let me look for that.
He cannot be
I'm not saying nobody is contesting.
He trended the whole of last week.
Nobody is contesting what you're saying.
Right.
But there's an element of surprise. I mean, something that these politicians were so passionate about.
Yeah.
They were ready to fight.
Yes.
They were ready to organize demonstrations
Yes.
and so on.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden they say, we've done our part, let the thing happen. But that's a problem.
That's the point, Ambrose.
You understand? That's a problem.
It's a problem.
That's a problem.
I
There's
get
no
it.
doubt at all it's a problem.
Yes.
But you guys, you also have a problem.
So now we can't talk about it.
No.
We are citizens, Ambrose.
At least we are consistent. Be consistent. You are also inconsistent. You are calling for consistency.
Yeah,
you are very inconsistent.
I agree.
We can't talk about it.
No, talk about
You
it.
can't be calling for equity when your
No,
hands are
Ambrose made an interesting point that
Yes.
the bill is not before the president.
Yeah.
Ambrose, those who were saying that when Mr. Mahama comes to become president, within 2 weeks, within 1 month, he will sign. They knew that when a bill passes at a certain parliament, they have to start all over again.
Yeah.
But we're promising the people that when we come, we'll sign.
So are you expecting them to do the impossible?
But what, they
Because
were,
you admit that it is impossible.
but they were promising
Are you
the
expecting-
impossible.
So they should do the impossible because they promised the impossible.
They
What
were,
is this?
but they
What,
have Ambrose,
what kind of politics
no,
is
but
this?
Ambrose, no, Ambrose, you have to
You
understand.
know that it is
No.
impossible.
They were-
They promised the impossible. So
But
do
they
the
promised the
What are you
impossible
talking
and
about?
convinced people to vote on the basis of that impossible. Now you are being forced to do the impossible, you are worried about it.
Oh, so you know you're forcing them to do the impossible.
Ambrose, but you know the Ambrose.
Hey.
So they knew that it was impossible. They knew that the bill must start all over again.
But you also know that it is.
Hey, my goodness. So why were they promising the people that when we can go sign?
So you know it is impossible.
Why did you accept that at the time? Ambrose,
No, but you know it's impossible.
Ambrose, on the basis of principle. You on the basis of principle, Ambrose, why did you accept it at that time? When they said when they come, they will sign it.
Me.
Oh, Ambrose.
Me.
They will sign it.
Call this.
I know, oh, no, I'm not not
You
to
know,
him personally.
You know the difficulties that the past government had in signing the bill. So why are you giving the NDC pressure?
Oh, sir. So why were they giving us pressure?
Masha, look. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Reality
The
check.
climate,
Reality check.
Masha, I beg you. The climate which existed
Okay, at the time.
in the Akufo-Addo government
Reality check.
is a completely different climate from now.
Tell me what
On
the
this
difference is.
LGBTQ.
Yes, let me
Okay,
explain. Let me
Ambrose.
explain. During the Akufo-Addo period, you had a U.S. administration which was willing or ready to impose sanctions on countries which enacted laws against LGBT.
True.
Now you don't have
So
that.
they should sign it.
Fantastic.
They sign it there.
Hold on. Now you don't have that.
Yes.
Now you have a Trump administration which is itself anti-LGBTQ.
So they should sign
You
it
understand?
now.
So the conditions now
It's even
are
more
far
favorable.
more favorable
Absolutely.
than the Akufo-Addo
So they
time.
should sign.
But you agree with me?
Yes, but they should sign.
Sign what?
If it's favorable, they should sign.
Sign what?
The conditions are favorable.
Yes, sign what?
Sign the bill.
So
Well, where is the bill? Where is the bill?
They are not pushing it in parliament.
But there's no bill to sign.
No, I'm going to say the point I'm making is that if they want this bill to pass, they'll pass it under certificate of
Is that-
urgency.
is-
They've done it so many times.
Master, Collins, there's no
You're
bill
not
to
getting my
sign.
point.
You say sign the bill. And there's
No.
bill.
The members of parliament,
Okay.
the NDC members of parliament, they bring bills to parliament under a certificate of urgency.
So,
And it is passed within 24 hours.
Okay, so Collins.
if they are so minded and they are very, very full, this particular bill, they would have pushed it through long time ago.
So
The fact that they've not pushed it to tell you that the stance of government are clear. Listen,
So why don't you take a position that the NDC members of parliament should bring the bill even under a certificate of emergency? Why are you taking the position that the president should sign a bill which is non-existent?
the president should push. The president can push. When the president sits in Jubilee and says that it's not a priority.
But you have just agreed
The president
that the
saying that
president should not interfere in the work of
the
parliament. You
president
just
has already
agreed.
been interfering.
So he should continue.
He has interfered.
So he should
When he
continue.
interfered, who complained about it? The president has interfered. Members
Collins.
of his own government members of his parliament brought a private member on OSP. The president sat at Jubilee and said, withdraw it.
Yeah.
It was withdrawn. That tells you how powerful the president is. If the president wants this bill to be a priority on the floor, it will be.
Okay.
So if the president sits at Jubilee and says it's not a priority, how is it? How is members of parliament would make it a priority? He has essentially quashed the bill by that statement.
Okay.
That is not a priority. If it's not a priority for him as a president,
Collins.
Being a priority
Collins.
does not mean that
This is Collins who says that.
he's against the bill.
Master.
Moro,
Collins. Are you saying?
As I said, I'm with you.
Collins, can I
Yeah,
ask
okay.
you just a question?
Okay,
Just
I'm
an innocent question.
I know your innocent questions. I'm with you.
Are you saying that it is okay for the president to interfere with the work of parliament? Are you saying that?
He has been interfering.
So it should continue.
But you see, the point I'm Ankwesi. You see,
So it should continue.
No, Ankwesi. It's unfair when
It's either a no
Oh no,
or
Ankwesi.
a
No,
yes.
your question is not a yes or no.
Innocent question.
No, it's not a yes or no question. If the president interferes, you don't complain. People don't talk about it. They don't speak against it.
So it should
Now we
continue.
are pushing him to do another thing. You say that it's wrong.
So it should continue.
Oh, please, Ankwesi. Okay, Moro, as I said,
Moro, I have nothing
Moro,
more to say.
Moro, my last point.
Right.
Moro,
I'm listening.
the people watching us, the people listening to us, the Ghanaians who witnessed the 2024 elections, the Ghanaians who saw the president meet the clergy and promise the clergy to a standing ovation that he is an Assemblies of God person. And by our customs, he is against homosexuality. And that Akufo-Addo failed to sign. He, as a president, is going to ensure that it is done. When demonstrations were held in this country, Ghanaians saw it. When pastors and Muslims, imams, through parliament, sat in the public gallery, gave pressure to members of parliament to ensure that a bill is passed. They are watching. They are listening to the rhetoric and the change of language and the mood. They are watching. If the president says it's not a priority again, fine. The Methodist bishop, they are watching. If it's not a priority, no problem, Mr. President.
So still,
We don't have a problem. If he says it's not a priority, the Ghanaians are watching.
Let's just stick to the issue of consistency. I asked earlier that why is it that during the MPP's time, the NDC was in a hurry for the bill to be passed, and why all of a sudden we see a certain feet-dragging attitude or posture by the
Why
NDC?
all of a sudden
Now,
the NPP
I'm
is
also going to ask
also
you the
in
same
a hurry
thing. Yes.
for the
I'm
bill
also
to
going
be
to ask
passed?
you the same thing, which is that why is that during your time, during your tenure, I didn't see a lot of MPP people speak with passion as you're doing now. You were dragging your feet, and all of a sudden, you want the bill to be passed and you're in a hurry. What has also changed?
It's the new NDC. That's all. It's the new NDC.
No, it's still MVP.
Ankwesi, we are
There's
not.
nothing like a new NDC.
We are not NDC.
Yes.
We are.
You
So
want
the
to
question
behave
is,
like
Ankwesi.
why are you now?
Ankwesi.
So why are you now? Why are you now in a
like
hurry?
the NDC in opposition?
Ankwesi.
Because you think that the
You were
NDC
not in a
won the
hurry
election.
in the past. All of a sudden, you're in a hurry. Why? What has changed?
Because they think that is how you win an election.
Ankwesi, how can you say so? How can you say so?
Master, I like.
Moro.
Anyway,
They think that that's how to win an
Right.
election. If you
So
want to win an election, you have to be like the NDC in opposition. So MPP now is the NDC in opposition.
Collins
The
disagrees.
people of Ghana, you are watching us.
Okay.
You are listening to us.
Right. But
The president
Collins,
said
let me
it's not a priority.
Yes.
No problem.
let me
At
ask
the
you this.
appropriate time,
Collins, let me ask
I'm
you
sure
this.
you're going to speak.
Can we treat a private member's bill and a certificate of urgency?
Yes.
It's possible.
Yes. In fact, the one that they brought, the OSP, the one that the majority leader brought,
Is a
it was
party.
referred to a committee I'm a member of,
Okay.
which is the Committee on Private Members Bill. And I
Right.
said,
Okay. My second question to you is this: the bill which is dead by virtue of the expiration of the old parliament.
Yeah.
Ankopon on show bibia o jebre ehwe dwumadi we ye do bibia ase hanom Ghana politics avenue so da ne da se ne moye no na notification bell no so adoma na da hono boso like dwumadi no share ma onuanom nso ensa to be enka dwumadi ni bi aha na embre ma me kwan nse me famonsi meda obibia ase o won san kai bi nso na opese ka fashion comment section no Ghana politics ejumekuo no ebenya abotre no waje bre no wacheche o de onti ase bia no wache wase da obibia ase na makra mo nso